Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of Love Like Sky by Leslie C. Youngblood. I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Hi, is heart love. We pick up on this wonderful, wonderful day at page 239, chapter 24 of Love Like Sky. A rock and a hard place. Oh, woo, it is so good. We only had 4 chapters left. Hi, it's heart love to the book lovers community, all our friends and family, and divine days and nights for all the solar returns, great solar returns. Oh man, on this 25th day of April. So I will complete this book and we'll complete this playlist. You'll just tap on the book on just like every book on this page, this peaceful place. You just tap on the book and it'll read it all the way along. Peace and highest heart. Hope you enjoy the reading. Chapter 24, A Rock in a Hard Place. Gee, baby, Mama called me a few minutes later. I darted downstairs and helped her and Peaches put dishes away, fold napkins, and set out our paper plates. What else can we do to help, Mama? I asked. Go get Tangy. I need her to help with the appetizers. When I got back upstairs, Tangy was in the bathroom. Can I check my email again? I asked. Her door was open, but I wouldn't make the mistake of being a snooper again. It was almost 1 o'clock. The party was supposed to start at 6. Go ahead, she yelled over the running water. I stepped into her room, sat down, and looked at her screen. She'd forgotten to close out an email. I tried hard not to read it, but my eyes wouldn't let me. I'll be there. Just be sure you're up for it. I've been out with my roommate recruiting folks to support us. Plan to go most of the night. We're not backing down. Tangy's shower hadn't stopped. I scrolled down and read her original email. Just be where we said at 7. There'll be so much going on with this silly kids party. They won't miss me for a while. This is what I want to do. My heart dropped into my stomach. I couldn't catch my breath. I closed the email so she wouldn't be sure if I read it or not, and dashed out of her room without checking my own email. Saturday. That's why Tangy had suggested Saturday. When I got back down to the kitchen, Mama asked, Is Tangy coming down? I tried to be calm. She's in the shower. Okay, let's light a fire under these appetizers, Mama said, stirring a crock pot full of meatballs. If I told Mama what I read, she'd tell Frank so fast it would blow the rollers off my head. All I knew was that the time Tangy planned on leaving, my feelings were hurt that she didn't really want to be at the party, but whatever she had planned could get her in even more trouble than she'd been in before, or worse yet, hurt. I had to come up with a way to stop her from meeting Marshall. Then I thought about Nikki's bike and trying to figure out a way to get it back without Kevin's help. All my thoughts were twirled around like a cyclone, making it hard to stay focused. Within the next hour, our house turned into a party factory. Mama cut up biscuit dough, and Peaches and I wrapped them around tiny sausages to make pigs in a blanket. Frank brought armfuls of stuff down from the attic. Look at this, he said after one trip. He was holding up a funny looking pot. What is it? Peaches asked. It's a fondue pot. It's for melting chocolate or cheese, and you can dip bread or fruit in it. And wait till you see what I'm wearing. It's going to be hip. He strutted across the floor, his hands moving like he was pushing back water. Hip? Peaches repeated. I smiled, but inside my stomach felt as heavy as a whale. Tangy was telling a big fat lie, even bigger than the one Nikki had told us about her bike. Everything was moving so fast, I couldn't think of what to do. When 3 o'clock rolled around, Mama was ready to shoot to Goodwill. She told me and Peaches, take out the rollers and each of you wear one of my scarves. Mama handed me a purple one, and Peaches got a pink and white one. She tied Peach's scarf around her hair and let me do my own. Tangy had come downstairs to join us in the living room. Tangy, can you tie mine? I asked. No problem. Do it the new way. A knot in the front like Alicia Keys. African women have been wearing it like that for centuries. That look is too old for you, anyways, Tangy told me. Instead, she tied it with a bow on the side. It was like those newborn baby headbands. You coming shopping with us? I asked. Nah, Valerie waited to the last minute to get her outfit, too. We're going to the mall. I wondered if what she said about Valerie was real or fake. Why don't you want to go with us? Peaches whined. She folded her arms and stomped her feet. Mama gently put her hand on Peaches' chin and lifted it up. Now, wait a minute, young lady. We're not having any tantrums. I would have given anything for Peaches to throw a real tantrum, complete with yelling at the top of her lungs, flopping around like girl. That one time Peaches took her out of the water because she wanted to see if girl had a nose. But Peaches didn't seem to have that type of energy anymore. I'm going shopping with you, Peaches, I said, and reached for her hands, but she put them behind her back. I hugged her anyway and hoped she couldn't feel me trembling. If I told, I'd have to rewind all the way back to the beginning of how Tangy used to treat me. If I thought Snoop Tattler was bad, the only thing worse could be Snoop Tattler Turbo. But would that compare to the sticky mess I'd be in with Mama and Frank if I didn't tell? Mm. We headed out to the store without Tangy, but I was already between what Grandma Sugar calls a rock and a hard place. A very hard place. We got home a little after 4. Music rattled the living room windows. What is that? Peaches asked. I came back downstairs and rushed to the rear kitchen window. As soon as Peaches caught up, I flung back the curtains, and there stood Frank behind a record player as large as a suitcase, twice as big as the one down in the basement. You girls created a monster, Mama said as she wiped her hands on the dish towel. You've heard of DJ Quick? Well, this is his twin, DJ Not So Quick. Mama chuckled to herself and walked over to join us. I just hoped that when Daddy and Millicent came, she still felt like laughing. At about 5 o'clock, Mama had Peaches and me in the living room. helping her do some last minute dusting when Frank came downstairs. He stepped in front of us and spun around. Figures you'd be ready, Mama said and laughed. Check you out. He did another spin and flicked the wide collars of his two-piece suit. What kind of suit is that? Peaches asked. This here is called a leisure suit, and you can't wear one unless you got the right strut. Frank did his funny walk to the kitchen, moving his arms back and forth like he was rowing a boat. Under the jacket, he wore a flowered shirt that was unbuttoned halfway to show off his thick gold chains. We followed him to the kitchen where he said, "Meet the real 2 Chains," and lifted his necklaces and let them fall again. 2 Chains, my foot? You mean somebody from Good Times, Mama said, and chuckled again. Dynamite! Frank snapped back and continued strutting. I'd never seen him so playful, almost like Daddy. I'm realizing who this party is really for, Mama said. Frank lit 2 black love incense sticks and put them on the counter. Can't have a 70s party without incense. It smelled like burning wood, but Frank inhaled it like he did Mama's perfume. Frank, you're going to make somebody choke, Mama said. Just then the doorbell rang. Mama went back to the living room and opened the front door. Hey, Cora, come on in, she said. Ready for the get down? Frank said as he joined her and did a quick 2-step. If you ain't that sixth temptation, nobody talks. If you ain't that sixth temptation, nobody talks about, Miss Cora said. I don't even want to imagine what my husband is conjuring up to put on. Miss Cora and Nikki hugged Peaches, and then Nikki and I waved. But she stuck close to her mama's side, trying to act shy. I didn't pay her any attention. We've been praying for you, Peaches, Miss Cora said. Then Nikki pulled out a school teacher Barbie and handed it to Peaches. Thank you, Peaches squealed and held it to her chest. I'm not staying now, Katrina, Miss Cora said. She pushed Nikki in my direction. Don't act funny, Missy. You begged me to bring you over here to get dressed with Georgie. Now go get started. Nikki didn't even take a step, probably embarrassed at her what her mama just said, what she did, and said what she did. Nikki was holding a plastic bag over one shoulder, so I couldn't see the outfit she had decided on. I'll be back later, Trina, but you'll swear it's Foxy Brown, Miss Cora said to Mama, and they both laughed. Mama wiggled her hips. Well, I'll be Christy Love, Cora. You know what she used to say. You under arrest, sugar. Foxy Brown? You're going to be a rapper, Miss Cora? I asked. I only remembered Foxy Brown from Javon's room. He had one poster of her that Miss Cora made him take off his bedroom wall, but Nikki just said he put it inside of his closet. That made them laugh harder. Not that Foxy Brown, she told me. We're talking about the original. You'll see. Who was Christy Love? Nikki asked. Who knows, I said, and mocked the way Mama wiggled her hips. Nikki forced a smile. About time for you two to get dressed. We're going to show y'all a thing or two. Mama winked at Miss Cora, then eyed Peaches and me. Take time to take those scarves off, Peaches. I'll take you to my room, Mama said. Nikki and I dashed up the stairs. When we got to the landing, we saw the Tangy store was closed. My hair is too soft to make an afro. That's why I got these afro puffs, Nikki said. It's just afro ponytails. Big whoop, I said. I need your help with something, and it's serious. I laid out my vest and jeans we bought at the Goodwill on my bed and plopped down next to them. Nikki stood in front of me. She got real quiet and looked down at her strappy sandals. I got something to tell you first. Her voice sounded like when you want to cry, but try to fight it. I patted a place for her to sit next to me. She sat close, our arms. She sat so close our arms touched, then leaned into me until our shoulders connected. We held each other up like two rag dolls. When she started sniffling, I got teary eyed too and took her hand in mine. You can tell me anything. She squeezed my hand tighter. I called Lucinda to tell her I changed my mind about her keeping my bike until the tryouts. What'd she say? She sniffled again before she spoke. She said she'd bring it to me today. I told her. She unlocked her hands from mine and wiped her eyes. Then she folded her hands in her lap. I told her that I wouldn't be home, that I'd be at your party. She invited herself, didn't she? I thought about what Tangi said about Nikki feeling blue, about me leaving Sweet Apple and Mama moving us out here, and tried not to be upset right away. She's coming with her cousin, but she promised to bring the bike. And you believe her? Nikki nodded, her afro puffs slightly swaying. I couldn't even get mad at her. Her hands were trembling. It was more like that time after she had to leave Sweet Apple in an ambulance when she had a severe asthma attack. All the kids kept asking her about it when she returned. She tried to pretend that riding in the ambulance had been cool, but later she told me it was the most afraid she'd ever been in her life. I believe her. I just didn't want you to be angry at me instead of being happy for Peaches was home. Lucinda coming isn't the worst, Nikki. I still appreciate why you did it, but when she brings your bike back, I'll tell her that I don't even want to be on any team of hers. We'll see. We'll never see each other then. What kind of best friends will we be? The kind that spend the night and have emergency drawers. I jumped up and opened one of my drawers and tossed everything in it on my bed. All yours. She flicked a tear away. Thank you, she said and smiled, but she couldn't hold it long. What if she's lying again? Maybe she's just using me like you said before. Don't worry, she'll bring it. I immediately crossed my fingers, hoping she couldn't tell I was fibbing. I sat back on the bed alongside her, then reached over and hugged her. I didn't think for 2 seconds that Lucinda would bring her bike back to or black bike to the party or anywhere else for that matter. But I'd figure out how to make her do the right thing somehow. It wasn't really big stuff like Tangi and Marshall would do, but somebody was taking advantage of my best friend and who knows how many other kids. And I was going to figure out how to do something about it. Hey, what about you? Nikki asked. What do you mean? When I came in, you said you needed my help, remember? Nikki moved in closer, her eyes as big as gumballs. Is it about a boy? She asked. Yeah, Tangi might be leaving the party to go meet one. She knows you know? Not really. She might suspect, but I don't think she thinks I can figure it out on my own. Nikki nodded. We just need a way to keep our eyes on her. Nikki and I paced in between my beds, my twin beds, where we were in an all-out thinking contest. When one of us was in deep trouble, like the time Nikki took Javon's beats without asking and someone stole them, we'd fall asleep thinking until one of us woke up with an idea. A couple minutes later, Nikki snapped her fingers. I got it. Already? Stake her out. Like police do when they're trying to catch somebody? Duh, yeah. Don't duh me, I said, but let it go quickly. I didn't need to get into a back and forth with her. That's a good idea, I admitted. We'll take turns watching her all night. She won't suspect a thing. Well, just to be sure of that, you start off doing the staking because she doesn't know you know on it. To make sure she doesn't get out of sight, we need Tammy on the case too. Her mouth is too big, I said, and put on my vest. Did any grown-ups find out about the hospital stuff? Nikki asked. You're right. She covered for us until the very end. That's Tammy. Okay, so we got everyone staking. But what if Tangi tries to leave? Oh, that's easy. But you have to be ready for her to be mad at you until you're like 30. I'll take that over her getting in big trouble, I said. Tell me what it is. She gulped in such a huge breath that I held mine waiting for her answer. We'll grab her. I froze solid, waiting for part two, but she just stared back at me. And? And what? Wait, that's it? That's your plan? She rolled her eyes. Well, it's not like I had a long time to think. That's it, unless you got something better. Guess you're right. Grabbing her didn't seem like the best idea, but it beat doing nothing. I held out my hand. She grabbed it, held it tight. We have only two solid pumps, two claps, two backhand slaps, and then thumbs up. We hadn't done our best friend handshake in a while. At that moment, it meant that we do whatever we could to stop Tangi. And even though Nikki didn't know it, that Miss Lucinda Hightower was in trouble. And that completes the 24th chapter of Love Like Sky. Thank you so much for being here and reading with us, part of the book lovers community, by Leslie C. Youngblood. Love Like Sky. Oh, this is getting so good, right? I love this book. Highest heart love and shouts out to all the solar returns. Oh man, highest heart love on this 25th day of April. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, right? Woo! Love it. That's real. We light it up, shaking it up on this part of YouTube, reading books and learning from Master. I'm Master Fitness Trainer Uriel Riley. So grateful and thankful to be able to read to y'all, bring you a peaceful part of YouTube, a clean part of YouTube, right? Highest heart love. Peace. Oh, highest heart love. Lightning. Very nice to see you here. And thank you for the subs and likes. We're pushing towards 700 subs on this peaceful part of YouTube, reading books. So we've got a little bit of it all. We have anthropology, and we have anatomy, and we have oof, oh, math and metaphysics, all different types of books on here. You can just tap on the book that you'll see on the different playlists, and it will read the entire book with you. So, highest heart, love, and honor. Let's have a glass of love water in honor of our friends and families, ones who have elevated, the angels that walk with us, watch over us, as well as those that we're honoring in the now and with us. So we always want to show honor. Yeah. Right, like that poem I wrote, remember, on this channel? What in the world am I show? Have to be clear. To me, there's only always been one side. That's the light. I love you. Mm. Oh, perfect love water. Gratitude. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right. Have a wonderful day. Honor and love all of you going out there to shine your light to the world. I will see you soon when we reconvene with this wonderful, wonderful, amazing book, Love Like Sky. Ay, 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 ay. Love, 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 love. You. Ay, 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 ay. Love, 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 love. You. You. You know it, 'cause I love myself. Have a wonderful day. Shine your light. Got it. That's right. Peace, peace.